Hi class, welcome to week 6. This week we begin a new writing assignment. Before I talk about the writing assignment, I want to show you the schedule for the writing assignment. This writing assignment will actually take us 4 weeks, and so it is going to be a longer writing assignment. Last week we wrote 350 to 500 word essay. This week it's longer, or this writing assignment is longer. It's 500 to 750 words. So this is the schedule. Week 6, you're going to choose one of 5 topics to write about, and you're going to write your thesis. Week 7, you are going to evaluate sources and begin gathering sources. A source is just extra information that supports your point of view. Week 8 is you're going to learn about including quotes to avoid plagiarism. Week 9 is actually formatting and inserting the quote. Week 10, you learn about persuading. And at the end of week 10, you will submit your final informative essay. So first, let's talk about this week. You begin learning about writing a purpose and writing with a purpose. You will learn more about this in PC 102, but you're briefly introduced to it this week. So we write with different purposes. For example, if you're writing something to yourself, you're probably not going to worry about spelling, or you're just going to make sure that you know how to understand it. Whether you're talking to a 3-year-old, you're probably going to use tactics like, oh, I'll give you a treat if you do this. And talking to your teenager, if you don't get your room clean, you're not going to have the privilege to drive. And whether you're talking to an adult, you're probably going to try more reasoning with them. So when we write, we need to decide who we're writing to. And there are 5 different purposes for writing, and they are introduced right here. When we want to inform someone, inform means to deliver a message without bias or opinions. So you're not saying, oh, you need to do this and this because it's the best way. You're simply saying, here are some ideas on how you might want to set a goal. So that's what these 4 weeks we are learning about, simply informing and telling people information. So the first way we can inform is by sharing new knowledge. We can describe a process. Describing a process is like writing a recipe. 3 is clarifying a concept, giving an explanation why or how, and detailing parts of a greater whole. And so I'm going to go ahead and explain the purpose. So imparting new knowledge, these are examples that come directly from the course. Good examples: health benefits of green vegetables, core examples of the gospel. Bad examples are spinach is the best green vegetable. So when we impart new knowledge, we want to support it with facts, and we'll learn more about that later. This one, describing a process, this really is, the best way to describe it is a recipe. When you follow a recipe, you have specific steps, and that's really what your writing is going to look like. Here it shows how to cook beef. Clarifying a concept. This is option 3, is you're just basically imparting new information. You can think of a teacher. When you think of a teacher, they support and give further information. That's clarifying a concept. And then give an explanation of why or how. This one tries to explain without using opinion why something happens. For example, why does minimum wage go up? Well, minimum wage goes up because goods get more expensive. And then the last one is detailing the smaller parts. So this is just a more detailed list than which one was it? Describing a process. So this detailing the smaller parts is basically just an extension of describing a process. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the writing assignments. There are, I think, 7 different topics you can choose from. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 different topics you can choose from. And really, it's pretty easy to see how so this week, the writing assignments, you can expect either 4 or 5 paragraphs. And the writing assignment really tells us how many paragraphs our essay is going to be. So for example, this first one, what are the primary differences between top, mid, and lower level goals? So we know this essay, it has to be 5 paragraphs because each of our body paragraphs is going to cover one of these topics. Top goals, mid goals, and lower goals. Okay. And then this one, we know it's going to be 5 paragraphs because it tells us 3 things people can do to start bad habits. This one, we know it's going to be a 4-paragraph essay because it says 2 goals. So that means we're going to have 2 body paragraphs. This is a 5 body paragraph. So I'm going to include this in the my notes, but just so you understand, the writing topic really lets us know how long our essay is going to be. And so right here, I'm going to go over now the writing assignment, okay? So I'm going to choose this one. What are 2 things people can do to eliminate debt? Okay, so this is the writing assignment this week. I'm just going to pull it up. Right here, you need to include your name. Remember, I will not accept your assignment unless it's in the document that the course provides. So you're going to right here include the writing prompt, and I'm going to do this writing prompt. What are 2 things people can do to eliminate debt? In this section, they want you to clarify who are you going to be writing for? And I kind of do it for you. I give you examples of, like right here, you'll want to clarify a concept, describe a process, give an explanation. So all you have to do is just copy and paste whatever one you are doing. So I chose this one. What are 2 things you can do to avoid debt? So some of them have 2 options. So I'm actually going to choose imparting knowledge. So here's and please write with a complete thought. So you're going to say, I want to focus on, and then copy and paste, imparting knowledge. And then remember a thesis statement. So I'm going to just review how to do a thesis statement. When we write a thesis statement, we take words from our thesis or from the writing prompt question, and we reuse them. So we never use the first word. So my thesis statement is going to look something like this. 2. Oops. Maybe I'm just going to type it here. Two things a person can do to A void det r, and then you're going to include what those two things are, okay? And then in this last one, you're going to type who your audience is. My family members. Okay, so pretty simple. But what I would recommend doing is, while you only have to do this document, I would encourage you to actually take these components and in a separate document begin writing your introductory paragraph. And this week I am going to be working on compiling formatting essays, basically a template that will help you with writing your essay. And so I will include that in week 7. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions, and that's kind of what your writing assignment is and an overview of what you'll be doing. Have a great day.